It's your boy, Marky. Yo! Man. And we back at it again with another reaction, man. Today we got NBA legends explaining why they were scared of Larry Bird. You know it get real spooky. You get real spooky in Bird Prime. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. I hope number of blessings and opportunities keep coming y'all way. Let's get straight into this banger, man. Come on now.
Isaiah Thomas once said that if he, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and Larry Bird were put in a room together and told to battle it out, Bird would be the one left standing. Let this sink in for a moment. It speaks volumes about the greatness of Larry Bird. Now, there was a time when trash talking was an art form, and players backed up their words with jaw-dropping skills.
And that was
It
him.
was the late 1980s, and Larry Bird ruled the hardwood like a basketball god. His talent was off the charts, and his confidence soared even higher. But it wasn't just his on-court heroics that made other players become terrified of him. Oh no, Larry Bird had an arsenal of words that could cut through steel. Bird's game was also built on something entirely different. Trash talk and sheer bad terrain. He didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk. He was the undisputed king of trash talking, and he didn't discriminate. Whether you were a future Hall of Famer or rookie, Bird would verbally dismantle you without a second thought. This man had the audacity to talk smack like no other, even more than Jordan and Peyton combined. And his confidence, it was both terrifying and stoic. A deadly combination. On a scale of 1 to 10, he was a perfect 15 at his best. Imagine being an up-and-coming superstar like Dominique Wilkins or Dr. J. Thinking you've got what it takes to face Bird? Well, think again. Larry Legend would tear you apart, both on and off the court. And it wasn't just the players who felt his wrath. Head coaches like Doug Collins and Chuck Daly didn't escape his verbal assault either. You see, the NBA today just doesn't have the same level of trash talking as it did back in Larry Bird's era. Sure, we have a few players trying to keep the spirit alive,
On the
but
basketball
it's
floor.
nowhere near what Bird used
You know
to
what I'm
elevate
saying?
his
GTA.
opponents on a daily basis. The NBA has evolved, and trash talking has taken a back seat. It's a lost art, my friends. Now sit back, relax, and prepare to witness the masterclass of trash talking. We'll take a journey through Larry Bird's greatest trash talking moments and NBA players that were scared of him. But before we get to all that, you know the drill, fam. If you haven't
What was y'all
already,
favorite
hit that
story?
subscribe button
Like,
and
out of
slap
all the
the
NBA
notification
legends, which one was y'all
bell so you
favorite?
never miss
Y'all
out on
just
our
always get to
mind-blowing
watch.
NBA
Like,
content.
y'all always
And
want to
now,
watch.
let's get this show on the road. Welcome to the Larry Bird Show.
A lot of
Let
people
me hit
say
you with a
the
quote straight from the GOAT
McDaniels.
himself, Michael Jordan. MJ once said, Larry Bird is the greatest trash talker and mind game player of all time. He taught me everything I know about getting in folks' heads. And coming from MJ, that's the ultimate compliment right there. Now remember
Did he say
Leo
that?
Routins?
I never heard him say
He
that.
was once an opponent who faced Bird on the court. Leo said, I say this in the utmost complimentary way. Larry was a prick. Larry Bird was a master of trash talk. I mean, this guy took trash talking to a whole new level. Larry was so merciless that he even inspired generations of players to humiliate their rivals, just like he did. Even after
this is good
retiring from the
snap.
game, Bird could still verbally destroy anyone who
It's a
dared
move,
to
right?
challenge him. One player who experienced Larry's wrath firsthand was none other than Gary Payton. During a conversation with Uninterrupted's Throwing Bones, Payton crowned Larry Bird as the greatest trash talker of all time. And he had a chilling story to back it up. Larry had the audacity to tell Payton exactly what he was going to do before he did it. And the worst part, Larry went out there and did exactly what he said, burying buckets in Payton's face. According to Payton himself, Larry would say, look here, man. I'm gonna shoot this jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open.
He said
Payton
all
never forgot
that?
the counter. And it just goes to show the sheer dominance and confidence Larry
He
Bird
knew every
possessed.
line.
Magic Johnson.
Perfect.
Now, Magic and Bird revolutionized the league. Their rivalry ran deep, dating back to their college days. Magic played for the Spartans, while Bird ripped the Sycamores. And boy, did they give us a show during the 1979 NCAA Finals. In his book, When the Game Was Ours, Larry Bird opened up about that game. He talked about the fear he felt when he watched Magic's performance against DePaul in the Final Four of the NCAA Championship. Magic, being the straight-up legend he is, admitted, the problem with Larry was he could score from anywhere. It was the first time in my life I was scared of another player. Stylistically, Larry Bird was always a nightmare for Magic Johnson. Standing at 6'9", this Celtic legend was a mismatched nightmare. His offensive arsenal was endless, and his shooting skills were second to none. Magic himself admitted that Larry was tougher than any other player he had ever faced.
Wow.
Three-point contest. Now, it's 1988, and the three-point contest is about to go down. Now, back in those days, shooting threes wasn't as common as it is now.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, there were still some incredible shooters in the NBA. So before the contest even began, Bird strode into that locker room, looked his fellow contestants in the eye, and dropped a bombshell on them. He straight up asked, who's planning to come in second? I mean, who asked
That's
the guys
so
to say
legendary.
something like that to a room full of elite shooters? Larry Bird. That's who.
I
You know
watch
what's the
Bird all
craziest
day.
part? He was out on that court.
Y'all got
and
your
did
snack?
exactly what he said he was going to do. Talk about backing up your words with action. Hawks. Remember Bird's legendary game against the Hawks when he dropped 60? Well,
Damn.
Doc Rivers remembers it well. Bird got in the zone and he started calling his shots. He started saying off the glass. That was one game I think he tortured Dominique. He saw Dominique as this up-and-coming player, and he just tortured him mentally. He tortured all of us. He was calling his shots off the glass. Who's next? Where you want this one from? He just made one after another. Reggie Miller. Now, very few players have the guts to challenge Larry Legend. And those who did, well, they usually ended up regretting it real quick. One guy who learned that the hard way was none other than Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller, a player who knows a thing or two about trash talking, experienced this firsthand. He recalls the moment vividly, with just 20 seconds left on the clock, and his team down by 3 points. They fouled Bird, sending him to the line. But Miller, being a rookie dummy, didn't realize he was facing one of the greatest free throw shooters of all time.
Really?
As Bird stepped up to take those crucial shots, Miller couldn't resist. He muttered something under his breath, trying to get inside Bird's head. But Larry Bird, the ultimate competitor, wasn't about to let that slide. He stopped right before shooting, locked eyes with Miller, and said, "You gotta be kidding me. Rook, you gotta be kidding me." Bird got the ball again.
He was a
And
joke.
Before he shot, he said, "Rook, I'm the best shooter in the league right now. In the league, understand? And you're up there trying to say something?" He wanted Miller to understand that he had
really
no
was
business
talking
trying
like
to
this.
distract
It's
him.
crazy.
Just like that, with ice in his veins, Larry Bird sank both free throws.
What
sealing
it talks
the
like this
victory
at
for
in
the
today's
Celtics
game?
against the Pacers. Now, nobody in the league was safe from his verbal assaults, and not even Dennis Rodman, one of the greatest defenders of all time, could escape Larry Legend's wrath. Back in the day, when Dennis was still rocking the Pistons jersey, he found himself face-to-face with the Celtics forward. And boy, did Larry make him pay. In one instance, Larry drops 4 consecutive buckets over Rodman, making it look effortless. And in true Bird fashion, he struts over to Detroit coach Chuck Daly, looking as cool as can be, and shouts, "Who's guarding me, Chuck? Does anyone guard me? You better get someone on me, or I'm gonna go for 60. Now, credit where credit's due. Dennis Rodman didn't back down. Those words from Larry lit a fire within him, and he went all out on the defensive end, trying to shut down Bird. But here's the thing. Larry was relentless. While Dennis was giving his all to deny him the ball, all Larry did was yell at his teammates, "I'm open. Hurry up before they notice nobody is guarding me." Oh no, Larry wasn't done yet. He had to double down on the trash talk. He drills yet another jumper over Rodman, leaving no doubt who was in control. And then he turns to Chuck Daly with a smirk on his face and says, "Coach, you better get this guy out and send in somebody who's going to D me up, because it's too easy when I'm wide open like this." Man, oh man, Larry Bird had no mercy. He tore Dennis Rodman apart, not just with his game, but with his words too. John Salley, a former NBA player himself, also couldn't help but praise Bird's trash-talking skills. When asked about the best trash talker he's ever played against, Salley didn't hesitate for a
Everybody's
second. He
saying
said,
Bird.
"Larry's the blackest white dude I've ever met." That's one heck of a statement. Salley went on to share a mind-blowing story about a scrimmage against Larry Bird during the summer. Larry
Right.
Bird steps into the court and confidently asks,
Right.
"Y'all going to double me tonight when I get the ball in the wing?" Now, most players will probably be like, "Yeah, we definitely gonna double team you." But not Sally. No, no, no. He fearlessly
that torture.
responds, "No, man. Straight up." And that's when Larry unleashes his legendary trash talk. Larry looks Sally straight in the eye and says, "Y'all ain't double teaming me?" Sally sticks to his guns and confidently replies, "No, I got you, dog." And that's when Larry drops the hammer. He looks at Sally and coolly says, "Mouse in the house." Oh boy, you know things are about to get real.
Mouse in the
Without wasting a
house.
moment, Larry Bird proceeds to walk Sally down
Too
to the
little.
post, gets the ball, and calmly tells him, "Better ask for a double team, Sal." And let me tell you, my friends, Larry moves at his own speed. He doesn't care how fast you think you are. He's gonna school you, plain and simple. Now, it's moments like these that make Larry Bird a legend. He didn't just have the skills, but the swagger and confidence to back it all up. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that...
Man. Like, where do I even start? Where do I even start? Like, Larry Bird, bro. I feel like I watch these videos just so much because, like, it's just like, it's like I'm watching a movie or something. It's like I'm watching, I gotta watch greatness every time. You know what I'm saying? Larry just that guy, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of Gen Z should watch Larry Bird. If you don't watch Larry Bird, I don't know what to say. Like, you missing out. you missing out on greatness. Like I feel like a lot of people that watch Bird, that's OGs, understand everything about Bird just because we already watched Bird since he was in college all the way. Even if you not born the time he was like, or y'all haven't seen his college, but y'all seen his progress when he was on the Boston Celtics. Y'all know more and y'all know a lot because y'all watched the game from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. Us, we can't really watch that. I don't know if they got like full games on the YouTube, but we have to watch highlights and we have to hear the stories. And the stories just back it up every single time. If you have somebody that talk about you 24/7 and they just shake their head and be like, you is a problem. You is a problem, and Larry Bird was just a problem, bro. It's thousands of people out there, NBA legends, like Hall of Famers, celebrities, just always talking about Bird, how he was the greatest trash talker, how good he was. Like, that means so much. Like, that's why I always say him and Mike is like, I feel like they the same. I feel like they're the same, but in different colors. If you understand what I'm saying, like in the today world, you don't see Mike or Bird on ESPN, NBA TV. They barely do interviews or even talk about basketball like that, and that's why they are so great at what they do, because they let everybody else talk about them. Everybody that's in the past talk about them, or in the present talk about them. And Bird, man, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen a Bird interview in so long. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do my research and see if I see any Bird interviews, but he just so lay low. He low key, you know what I'm saying? He out the way and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like I always say in my other videos, like, I just sit back and just really think, like, Larry Bird was the greatest trash talker of all time. And they say he trash talked more than Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan is everybody GOAT. But they said Larry, I thought Michael Jordan would be like number one of trash talking. But every NBA legend, everybody that played basketball said Larry Bird. The way he talked, the way he just break down what he's gonna do to you in the next play. Like, he just looked like he just so quiet. Like, it don't make no sense to me, like, how good and how crazy of a trash talker he was in his prime, and he don't talk about it. You don't see him on an interview or nothing talking about how good he was and how he felt about the Boston Celtics or anything. And that's why we need that. That's why we need that documentary, bro. We need the Boston Celtics documentary of Larry Bird. Like, The Last Dance, we need something with Larry Bird. Like, somebody got to put something out. They got something for Kobe coming soon. They going to probably have something for Bron. Like, where's the Bird? Where's Bird documentary at? He's the greatest white person to ever touch the ball. And he's better than a lot of black people. Like, he played, like they said, he played like he plays like a black person. Larry Bird get dirty. He hoops. He loved basketball. You know what I'm saying? Hall of Famer, champion, MVPs, confidence. He's that guy, man. I'm so happy that my knowledge just going up each video. Like, I feel like I'm learning something every video. Like, I'm a Gen Z. I'm 22 years old. I'm still young. I'm learning a lot of sauce. I'm learning a lot. You know what I'm saying? From my past. From past basketball, and I was a basketball player myself. I love the game of basketball, you know what I'm saying. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Larry Bird trash talking. What was y'all favorite trash talking moment that y'all seen or watched of me, like of Larry Bird? Like, what was y'all favorite? Like, y'all, does it make y'all laugh or y'all shake y'all head, you know? But I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of this night. You know, God bless y'all. I hope number of blessings and opportunities keep coming y'all way. And yeah, I'm going to see y'all in the next video. And I'm out.